Alright, hi class, this is Miss M here. As you all know, we are in our gymnastics unit for our virtual PE class this year. So today we're going to work on learning how to do cartwheels. As we know, cartwheels are used a lot in gymnastics and in dance, and you can do them with your friends. So let's just get right into it. This video is pre-recorded for you, so just watch it as many times as you need to, get some practice in, and then when we have our live class tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and review it again, and we will have some demonstrations from y'all. So I have my friend here, Miss Lexi. She's kind enough to help me out with demonstrating cartwheels today for us. So let's just go ahead and get into it. A lot of times, at least y'all will just do cartwheels on the ground, and that's fine. More advanced gymnasts can do them on balance beams, which I think is so cool, and I wish I could do that, but I'm just not that good. So the key to getting good at cartwheels is to just practice. You need to practice again and again and again. So try not to get discouraged. Nobody expects you to be perfect on the first time. I know I wasn't, I know Miss Lexi wasn't. So we're just gonna get some good practice in and do the best that we can. Sound good? All right, so the first thing you need to do is figure out what your dominant foot is. Usually it's gonna be the same foot on the side that you do your writing with. So I'm right-handed. My dominant leg is my left, or my dominant leg is my right leg. Sorry, excuse me. So, Lexi, do you know which is your dominant foot?
Probably my right.
You're right with your right hand?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so now that we know that, we're gonna start with the starting position. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a lunge, a slight lunge, and you wanna have your dominant foot forward. Okay, so Miss Lexi has her right leg forward, and she's got a slight bend in it, and that back leg is nice and straight. All right, so then she's gonna have her arms up, straight up in the air. We wanna have them up by our ears, nice and high. Good, that looks really good. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with just a little mini cartwheel. So we're not gonna start with kicking our feet up over our head, because we gotta practice. Let's start little and get bigger. So Lexi's just gonna demonstrate a mini cartwheel, and then we'll go into some more detail for it, okay? All right, let's see your mini cartwheel. Good, pretty good.
That's not too much.
All right, that was good. So, as you can see, she's gonna start with that dominant leg forward. She's gonna lean forward, and she's gonna turn her hands and kick her legs up over her head, okay? So go ahead and practice that a couple times, getting your dominant foot forward in your lunge, getting your arms up straight, and then go ahead and just do a mini cartwheel, not kicking your legs up super high, just kind of kicking them around you. Good, there's that one more time. All right, so what you're gonna do then is we want to, when we're going into our cartwheel, we want to turn our hands, okay? So we don't want to keep our hands forward, because then we're gonna kind of stop our own motion, okay? We wanna keep moving. This is a fast movement, kind of. You wanna have good momentum. So, and the way you wanna turn your hands is we're gonna turn it 90 degrees. So think about a corner. We're gonna turn our hands 90 degrees to the side of your first foot, okay? So whichever foot you have out there first, you're gonna turn towards it. So if I'm left foot dominant, I'm gonna turn my hands to the left. If I'm right foot dominant, like Miss Lexi, I'm gonna turn my hands to the right, all right? So if that makes sense, she's gonna try and go nice and slow for you, and just try and watch how she moves her hands. Yep, so you see how she starts with him up here nice and straight, and then she steps and turns. So I hope that makes sense. If anybody ever has any questions when they're watching this, go ahead and put them in the comment box below, and I'll review them before class, and then we can cover any confusion that anybody has. So when we're leaning forward, we want to kick our feet over our head one at a time, okay? And the foot that you kick forward first is going to be that forward foot. Kind of makes sense, right? We want to start with that forward foot. So Miss Lexi's going to go again, and she's going to lean forward, plant her hands at a 90-degree angle, and then she's going to kick over that first foot. All right, good. All right, and I apologize, I mixed that up a little bit. What I meant to say is the first foot that kicks up, you're gonna land on first, okay? It's not gonna be the first foot, your forward foot that kicks up first, it's gonna be your back foot. So I hope that makes sense. I'll go over that again really quickly. So Miss Lexi's gonna start with her dominant foot forward, and she's gonna lean forward, plant her hands, and keep her feet up. And that left leg kicks up first, and then her right leg follows, and she lands on that left foot again first. All right, so will you back up that way a little bit? There we go. So she's gonna go one more time, and let's watch her. See how she lands on her left foot first. We always want to try and do that. All right, so when you finish, you want to make sure you're facing the opposite direction as when you started, and you want to land back in that starting position, because once you get really good at it, we can do multiple in a row. All right, so watch as she's facing this way, right? And she's gonna go, nice, good cartwheel, slow as she needs to go. And now, you can't see her as well, I'm in her way. She's facing the opposite direction now. So I hope that makes sense. Now, let's just go through the steps one more time, and y'all can demo them with us, or you can practice them along with us. So let's go ahead. Step 1, get in the starting position with your dominant leg forward. All right, that forward leg is bent and that back leg is straight. And then let's start with our hands up over our head by our ears. All right, I hope you're in that position. I know this is pre-recorded, so I can't see you, but we're just gonna practice this as well as we can. So she's in her starting position. Now remember, step 2 is to lean forward and turn your hands 90 degrees towards the same side that you have your forward leg. So again, left leg forward, hands to the left, right leg forward, hands to the right. All right, so she's gonna lean over, lean forward. She's gonna kick up that left leg first, and then she's gonna follow with her right leg, and she's gonna finish in that same starting position, just facing the opposite direction. All right, so let's practice it a couple more times. 1, let's get in a position. All right, 2, lean forward as slow as you need to. Plant those hands, and then kick over. Good. I'm sure you're all doing great, and we're gonna get the hang of this, okay? I'm excited to see how everyone does in class tomorrow. So let's go ahead and just put it together a couple times. Practice it a few times. Remember, we want to practice as many times as we need to, okay? It's the only way we can really get good at anything, isn't it? So, all right, go ahead and practice a couple times. Lexi, you're getting really good at these. Let's see a couple more.
You want me to do it in a row, or?
Let's just do one at a time.
Okay,
Let's
great.
not go too fast.
Okay, perfect.
Good. Awesome, that looks really good. Now, if you're feeling comfortable with it, you can go ahead and try going the opposite direction. So switch it up. If you're starting with your right leg forward, switch it to your left, all right? So this is a good way to help your brain learn it by switching sides. It activates both sides of your brain, and it actually helps you get better at the first natural direction you want to go. So do you feel comfortable trying it?
Yeah.
All right, let's see it. It's okay. There we go. That was still really good. We're going to give her a round of applause. Excellent. I know you're all clapping and cheering for her. All right. So now we know all those steps. I want you to review this video as many times as you need to. And then in class, I'm going to quiz you all a little bit on them. So make sure you study them really, really good. Know the steps. Practice the steps, because I'm going to ask some of you to demonstrate if you're feeling comfortable. And then later, once we get towards our evaluation at the end of this unit, we are going to have a lot of demonstrations of it. Private, one-on-one, so you can demonstrate that you know how to do it for me. All right, so once again, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment box, and I'll look at them before class tomorrow. And then we're gonna get really good at these cartwheels. So, bless you.
Thank you.
All right. I hope everybody has a good day. I hope you're all learning lots, and I miss seeing your faces in person, but we'll see each other on the screen tomorrow. So have a good day, everybody. Say bye, Miss Lexi.
Bye,
Thanks for your
class.
help.
Thanks for having me.